Windy Bill here, and I'm out doing some four-wheeling today, and we're going to go up and explore a mine up on the side of the mountain up here. I understand there's a building or two left. Gotta go through a couple of gullies. Yeah, there we go. Nothing that first gear couldn't handle. I really can't remember the last time I locked in the hub for a required trail around the desert here. Usually just run two-wheel drive. Run two-wheel drive, high range. First gear for my problem areas. And if I need to, I can put it in low range first gear, two-wheel drive, crawl wherever I want to go. Now, there's a berm off on my right-hand side. I'm going to swing in so you guys can see that. And if you look, there is remains of railroad ties on it. Well, that was a train that used to run up here. This shared the railroads with the Tacopa Railroad, Tacopa Mine Railroad, and there was a switch down on the other side of the mountain down there, and it would come up here, or you could go straight ahead and come up on the go to the Tacopa mines. Which, by the way, Tacopa Mines on YouTube is really, really great. Ross is the owner of them now. He's the caretaker of the mines. And Ross is really a great person. He's really nice. Really has a lot of information about the mines. When they were worked, when they wasn't worked. Got a lot of history on it. And I understand he will take you out on a tour of the mines that he deemed safe to go into. He's building new ladders for anywhere you gotta climb and change levels. But Ross is really a good person. This mine, I'm going to have to look. I don't know if it's private land or if it's BLM land. So we'll find out when we get up there. It's going to bring me back when I get up here and I see a little bit more. I'm trying to include some of the driving areas to get up to these mines. Okay, when I get up here, this is nothing substantial right now. So when we get up here a little bit more ways, we'll see what we got going on. Well, Windy Bill here. And today I'm up at this mine. I was driving up here earlier, and I got a little footage of us coming up. When you look down, we're overlooking Tacopa. This is kind of, if you don't know where you're looking, it's a hard mine to find. If you know where you're looking, it gets lots of visitors. I'm up here at the Bronco, the old Pegasus. And now on the way on the way up here, there was some scattered lumber. So I'm going to check those sites out. This old shack is starting to see its age. It was probably one of the miners' homes. Could use a little work. Be nice to bring a work party up here and, somewhat jack that up and get that wall all back up on those braces. Keep this thing structure standing for several more years. Now the mine is on private land. It's not owned by Ross, but another gentleman. But this is on public land. This is on BLM public land. According to the status map, the private land doesn't start until up around that road that you can see. See the stacked rocks. And there's another set of stacked rocks up higher. Kind of interesting. But we'll head up there later. But it had a tin roof. And it's a pretty nice little building. I usually don't like to park this close to the building, but there was a group of four-wheelers coming down the road where I was parked, so I didn't want to block them in. So the only good place to park was right here. Yeah, the tin's starting to show a little worse from the weather, but that's all right. It's a good building still. And he had a little storage dugout built. That would have been for his food. And there's all sorts of little stuff all around here. So I'm going to walk around a little bit and see what we can see. I'm going to walk down to this other road here. They have some styrofoam panels probably in here to help insulate it. And that would be kind of a root cellar. Let's see what else we have. I've seen some other things over here. Not sure what I was seeing. Okay, we got some remains of a couple of more buildings here. Remains of a wooden building. It has some concrete. A little rock, one room, probably miner's house. Got some more rock work up here. Big wash down there, but nothing in it. Now, of course, this mine would have been probably primarily lead, because that's what the minerals are here. Little gold, little silver, little copper maybe. Hard to say. Okay, we get up here and there's a little clearing, and there was a building. And there was a mount, a foundation to mount something on. And I'd be willing to bet that was probably a hit and miss motor. And we got another mount there. Got some stuff here in the concrete. Hard to say what this was. Could have been a small crusher unit. It could have been a pump. Could have been a generator. No way of telling. In relation from the cabin, it's up there. There's lots of mines around this area, though. Okay, coming up here. There was a bolt sticking out of the, looks like a concrete or wooden slab there or something. Looking up the wash, don't see nothing. Although, according to my maps, I know there's more mines up there. Not sure how your view is going to be here, but if you look, there's a mine up there halfway down the big mountain, or down towards the bottom of the big mountain that we can see. And I know there's a couple others. There is a road that goes that way, but I'll have to check. I think it might be in the wilderness area. And the only reason BLM did not make this a wilderness up here, and they left the access road, is everything up here at the mine is private land. From the map, I would say it's probably 30 acres. So we're going to head up that way right now. And I'm going to walk over here and walk back down towards the cabin and get my vehicle. Oh, and to start off with, I want to thank everybody for watching. And I would hope that you could watch it to the end, see what we find up here. Imagine what it was like to live up here back in the old days when these mines were operating. Now, a lot of these mines operated from the early 1900s, and a lot of them operated all the way up into 1960. So, good span of years there. Okay, I'll bring you back as soon as I get up on top and we take a look at what's up there. We're looking at the ore bin right now for this mine, and it was 2 ore bins built into at a 90-degree angle so they could load 2 different types of ore, or load one type and just a lot of it. There was a rock building right over there. We'll walk over to that here shortly. If you look real careful, you'll see a road. And you'll see it looks like 3 or 4 vehicles on it. We'll see how they do. That's the old railroad bed. And when you look down into the canyon, there's 2 more houses down there. Now the rail bed used to come there, and if you look right in front of that ore bin, that was the railroad bed. It was also after they dismantled the trains coming up here. That's how they paved them, and that was the turned into the truck road. Hey, look at the beautiful background back there. The snow-capped peak that you see off in the far, far distance, that's Telescope Peak, Death Valley. That mountain range you see there, that's in Death Valley. So we're just going to explore around here. I am going to take a peek inside the mine, but we're not going to go in it. Okay. Believe it or not, this is not a mine. This was their dynamite storage probably. It only goes back about 10 feet, and that's it. So the other opening I seen over here that didn't have a nice build-up around the front, we're going to go take a look at it, because I know that's got to be the mine. Okay, you take a look at all this tailing piles. This is a very large mine. It goes all the way through this mountain, comes out on the other side, and then ties into a couple of other mines. But like I said, I'm not going to be exploring any of these today, because I am completely and totally by myself. And this was kind of a last minute trip today, so I'm not sure if anybody really knows too much of where I am, but that's okay. They have a good idea. And I've got satellite communications, I've got cell service here, but I still won't go in. Yeah, this was probably the main mine. Yep, this is the main mine. Let's just take a little peek inside and see what's up. I don't explore them, but I don't have a problem just coming in the entrance. Hard entrance to get into. Okay, it just keeps going beyond my flashlight. I do remember correctly the last time I was in this mine, which folks has been probably 20 years ago, there is a drop off somewhere right up after the entrance, a shaft going down, if I remember correctly. Okay, a lot of nice rock here. Look at the quartz. That's cool. Okay, this is as far as I'm going today. Let me get out of this entrance. It's kind of been caved in, so it's a little rough. And I'll get out of here and I will bring you back. I'm back with you now, and this is some of the ruins by the mine. Got a big mounting slab right there, foundation, and a smaller one here. This, I'd say, was probably a crusher or an air compressor. Could have been with an air compressor and a large gas motor or diesel fuel. No, I don't see no dates though, so it's hard to say what and when this was built. Okay, this is hard rock mining. So two things they needed. They needed air compressed air for the drills. They needed water to keep the drill bits cool. And they needed fresh air to flow into the mine. Now, the more modern mines had fresh air. The old mines, well, miners were on their own. Now, these mines in this part of the country are very dry. So we don't get any sulfuric acid buildup out of the water. Wet mines can become very dangerous. And you should always have an oxygen sensor with you, definitely. And these old hard rock mines, you should carry an oxygen sensor, but if you don't, just stay in the part of the mine that has fresh air moving. Kind of important. Like that mine there, I had a nice breeze coming out of it. Well, we got a part of a rock structure here. Looks like it was bigger. Give you another angle of the ore bins. Need to bring Miss Sunshine Girl up here and show her all this. Bring her Jeep and let her explore up here. She's not new at exploring and going off-road, but she did so in a Kia. Two-wheel drive Kia. It had BFGs on it before they discontinued the size that it took. And it did very good. I got to admit, we went a lot of places that I really questioned. Okay, all we've got left is one large wall. We got something here. White rock of some sort. Don't know where it came from. It could have been maybe bags or something, but it doesn't look like it. And there's the cabin we started at. Down there. And there's a couple mines over on that side. Looks like ruins of a cabin, maybe. Well, we'll see what we got going on. I think I'm going to go out the same way they did. The old railroad line. But that's the ore bin. And if I get down below, maybe I'll do a shot to go up that direction too. Okay, I'm going to make it back to the truck. Oh, if you look 3/4 of the way up that mountain, there's a pile of dirt coming off. So there was a tunnel there. That's probably another level, and they just went out to open it up for ventilation. Alrighty. You know, if you're new to this channel, I'm 130 subscribers short to become monetized. If you'd subscribe, I really would appreciate it. Hitting the like button makes it come up easier for everybody to watch. If you subscribe to me, that would make that many less subscribers. So I do 3 videos a week. Some long, some not too long, some very good videos. Oh, in my opinion, sometimes they don't turn out quite as good as I would like them to be, but they're good information. And occasionally I do, when I find it, I give you an oddity. Like if you look at my list of videos, click on my name when you're watching a video and scroll down, I have an oddity in Cajon Pass, California, Interstate 15 Cajon Pass, of the earthquake well. The government decided they wanted to drill a well, and it's not a well like a water well, it's an exploration well. And they took core samples of why the earthquake hasn't triggered in that valley. And they were looking for rock that had a lot of pressure on it. I got to know the guys working there very well, and we spent a lot of time there, me and my wife Teresa. And on their final report, they couldn't find any rock with severe pressure on it. In fact, they couldn't find any rock that had any pressure on it. And so they went ahead and submitted it. All the core samples were sliced into quarters and sent off to 3 different universities and 1 to the archive storage. And, you know, after about 2 years, they lost their funding. They pretty much said they wasn't finding what they was wanting to find. So instead of going deeper, I have samples at 1 mile in depth, and they went down to like 2.5 miles in depth and still didn't find anything. Also didn't find oil, which is interesting because West Cajon Valley had 2 oil wells drilled, and they did find oil there. Not a lot, not enough to make a commercial well, but they did find traces of oil. Alrighty, I'll bring you back when I see something more. Alright, we're looking back up at the mine from here. That's where we just came from. I'm on the railroad bed right now. Came to an obstacle and just tried to lock in my hubs for safety, and they wouldn't lock in. So this is going to conclude this video. I wish everybody would like and subscribe. Neither one costs you any money, but helps me out immensely. Thank you very much. Everybody have a great day.